this ain't on.
So why did you guys pick Idols and Anchors?
It's one of their bigger tracks. Like a lot of people know, like when you say Parkway, they know that song because they play it like every show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like one of the songs that I've known how to play the longest, so I didn't have to like really learn like another song very well. So recording, I was like, oh yeah, it's an easy thing for me.
Well, I'm glad. I hope it was.
Me too. I'm glad it was easy for you, Brian.
That song particularly, at least from a vocal standpoint, is very challenging. At least it was for me, because just the rhythmic patterns that he chose to do are way different than what I'm used to or comfortable with doing.
Would you say that was like the most challenging part?
Yeah.
The whole project?
Yeah. For me, yeah, it was rhythm and learning that vocal to lock it in.
Yeah. Well, what was the most challenging thing for you, Brian?
That riff, that like, I still like, if I don't practice that one for a while, it's very like, your right hand has to be really good.
Oh, the
and
verse.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, because like the string skipping and everything, and then obviously like the solo, there was like some licks in there that just like arpeggios and stuff that were tough.
I've said it before, but the most challenging thing for me was the tempo changes, for sure. Just staying locked in with the click through those changes was a total ball breaker. So, Nathan, how was the mixing process on this for you?
Well, I mean, first was just the mapping, so that in itself was a big leap for sure. But when it came to like mixing and stuff, it was trying to find a different blend between what the mix already was bringing and then bringing our own band's sound to it. So a lot of the guitar tones are based off of Parkway tones. That's how I tried to gear it towards. But when it came to like your drums or adding like the keys that we did some piano at the beginning, and then there's like one little snippet of choir in there. That's just like adding our flavor. So it was just trying to find the balance of how can we approach this song to bring honor to them, still like bring our own piece to that at the same time.
So we started this project over 3 years ago.
Was it 2.5?
It was like 2 years and like 3 months.
We have in the last few years held on to a lot of things. It's not even just this cover. It was Genesis EP and more things that we still haven't released yet that we're about to roll out. It was, I think, for multiple reasons. One is we wanted to do it right. 2, we wanted to be happy with it. And 3, we were just adapting to so many different changes personally in our own lives and in the band. You know, like we did that video what was it? That was before Closure when we filmed that. Yeah. So this was like probably not too long after our bassist left. So we were trying to adapt as a 3-piece as well. And then it was also like, just like I said before, doing it right, making sure that we got the right licenses and that we were allowed to do it, so that we wouldn't get in trouble for doing something that we just want to bring our own musical piece to a band we already love. So I think that was the biggest part of it. The other, I think that maybe took some time what the time did was just help build our quality up.
Yeah, COVID was its own whole entity and challenge in itself. Yeah, like trying to figure out what to do, etc. Especially like when as a band you focus so much on playing shows and doing that, when that's like taken away, you're just like, oh damn, what do you do now?
How long have you guys been Parkway fans?
The first time I heard them was like some burned CD that a friend gave me, and I just, hearing Winston scream just makes you pay attention.
I think it was like 2014 for me. I actually it wasn't a song. One of the like documentaries came up on YouTube. At that time I wasn't like super like into a ton of metal bands, and they were like one of the bands that really pushed me into like kind of diving into metal more, I guess. I mean, that's how we met, was like I went to their show and was wearing their shirt, and he was like, cool band, bro. I was like, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I put it.
I remember meeting Nathan. It was one of those things where, like, I mean, I definitely thought they were good, but I didn't listen to them as much as YouTube per se. And then I told Nathan, he flipped out. He was like, "What, dude? This is essential. You need to know Parkway Drive."
I'm glad we released it because like it's really cool. It's like really good production wise, and the video's sick and it looks good and sounds good. So
Huge shout out to Dylan for the video that he filmed. Made it super easy for me to edit because it was just such good quality.
yeah, he was a champ, staying out in the cold all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm in a short sleeve shirt, you're in like long sleeve, but like
Yeah.
it was probably like 30 degrees that day. Luckily, we were mostly indoors because it was like windy and
Yeah,
it
if
was
we
not
did
fun.
that in the wind, we wouldn't have survived.
Brian, do you want to explain a little more like where it was filmed?
Yeah, we'll go with U.S. government black site. So it's like an old farm with like creepy abandoned buildings. And there was a slaughterhouse. There was like a private quarters. That one looked like it was about ready to collapse there.
Yeah, whatever.
And then it was it was like a milk barn or something. And then there was those are the main locations, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, those buildings actually aren't even there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They got taken down because there was I'm sure there was like asbestos and stuff in them because they were built in like 1920.
What was both of your favorite parts of the whole project?
That snare, bro.
How did you get that snare sound, Nathan?
We started using the GGD stuff a little bit, but I still blended it with your old snare that we used on Genesis,
Mm-hmm.
and then just tweaked some things and whack, and it sounds great.
It's all really cool. I'm just happy like we actually released it.
So,
More to come for sure.
we'll think about it.
So,
From WandaVision, yeah.